Alis muna kami. Bye-bye. Okay. Okay, come here. Hello, Husky. Hi. Ang gwapo.
Hi guys, we're currently in Quezon City and last night we stayed at Jib's place. Punta kami today ng Veterans Memorial Medical Center para kunin yung benefits ko bilang asawa nito. Ay! Ba't nga ba tayo gagawa ng video? Ay, interview ko sa'yo. We thought of doing a question and answer portion with Jib, who happens to work as an airline pilot. Ang ganda ng lighting dito. So I will be asking him 21 questions and he will be answering it with the best that he can while he's driving. He's an airline pilot based in the Philippines, pero he does both international and domestic flights. If you want to know more about what he does for a living and what it takes to become a pilot here in the Philippines, watch this. Okay, question number 1. What does a pilot do exactly?
The pilot does is to fly the aircraft. So, but aside from that, you do some paperworks. You check your aircraft regularly and meticulously. That's all.
What made you decide to become a pilot?
I had a short stint in military career. I thought of entering the aviation industry. So it's more like an annex on what I really dreamed of.
What past experiences prepared you to pursue an aviation career?
I took up engineering before, so when I had some edge in mathematics, and of course, military training.
So you mean pag nurse, hindi pwede magpiloto kasi mahirap sa mat ng mga yan?
No, lahat naman pwede. It's just a matter of how you learn from your flying school.
Tell us briefly everything we need to know about starting in flying school.
You need to assess yourself. What school will I be entered? You should check on first the ratio of aircraft to the students. So, kadalasan yan pagka mas pag mas mababa ang ratio ng aircraft to students, then it's a good school. Why? Because you can be scheduled na tuloy-tuloy. Whereas, pagka mataas masyado yung ratio, meaning mataas yung student to aircraft ratio, then so most likely you'll end up waiting for your schedule. Next would be you go to CAAP for your medical assessment. You'll check your medical status such as your heart and of course your eyes. So dito sa aviation industry, okay lang guys, di malinaw yung mata nyo like 20/20 whatsoever. Pero ang importante dito, hindi tayo colorblind.
Pero wait, requirement ba talaga na dapat pogi pag nagpiloto?
Hindi naman, hindi mo ako.
Pero bakit? Papatulong ba kita kung hindi ko bago?
Flying school will take up around 1 year pagka tuloy-tuloy. There are some flying schools, they offer staggered payments, so it's a plus also. So if you're working, you may want to add your schooling. If you have budget, then you can go for a flying school. Then maybe you can finish it around 3 years. Or a flight training from your 0 hour until your commercial pilot license acquisitions. Well, you need to have a budget of 2 million para safe for so
Oh my God,
mataas.
2 million? Dalawang doktor na mapapaaral noon.
Come to think of it, pagka lumilipad ka na sa airlines, yung return of investment na naman mataas. So you need to love aviation.
In your opinion, what qualities make a good and proficient pilot?
Dito sa here in aviation industry, we value attitude. So, good attitude being is one, your willingness to learn. So, by doing that, every one of us commits a mistake, right? So, if you have an attitude to learn from the mistake, accept it, and learn from it, then most probably you will do well in aviation industry. Second, need to be punctual, of course. So if you're not punctual, so
May iwan ka ng aeroplano.
may iwan ka ng aeroplano.
Paano kayo na aeroplano kung ikaw magmamahin?
Hindi madidili yung buong flight charge sa'yo. So masakit yun. You need to be cool all the time. Keep your cool. Lahat tayo may problema na dinadala. Of course, we're human. We have a tendency to be stressed all the time. So, if a good pilot can conceal those stress in their life, of course, he will bring those the passengers to safety. And kailangan marunong makisama dahil ayan, sa aviation industry, it's a people's job. So kung marunong ka makisama, definitely sa passengers, we're passenger oriented, we value our passengers. So yeah, those are the good traits sa pilot.
Tell us about your first few years as a flight instructor.
I was a trainee flight instructor. So I did some safety flight, some ground school observation. So it means that we are observing the senior instructors how to teach. So that the time comes na kami na yung handle ng students, we will definitely go without their assistance.
So kakatapos lang namin sa Veterans Memorial Medical Center. And it's a fail kasi I forgot my ID. Ang gagawin namin ni Jeep ngayon, magla-lunch lang kami. Quick lunch. And then we'll get back to answering the rest of the questions. We were currently here in Everest, Calya Bistro to have lunch and order Chinese food. My next question is, describe your most memorable flying experience.
Okay, my most memorable flight experience is my first solo. Magaan siya, tapos walang mag-instruct sa akin kung anong gagawin ko. Mixed emotions siya eh. So, masasabi ko, confident talaga ako. And at the same time, excited. At the same time, kinakabahan. Pero still, that's why it's memorable.
So, how do you deal with work-related stress?
So, may stress ako, ginagawa ko games, siguro sa
ML?
yeah, ML, ano pa ba, gym, pagka may time, gym, basketball, sumasali ako sa mga liga ng basketball.
Okay. Next question is, why A320? Why not ATR or Boeing?
Because A320 is available here in the Philippines. So, I'm an example of a self-sponsored jet-rated pilot. So, ako yung gumastos dun sa aking flight training sa A320 sa simulator. Whereas Ang ATR, mga Boeing, we don't have it. We don't have any simulators here in the Philippines, so I choose A320.
Tell us about the most difficult part of your flight training.
Sa flying school, the instrument rating, yun. I took up instrument rating. Sobrang hirap para sa akin nung simula. Sa Airbus rating, yung simulator sessions, malaking aircraft, maraming pinipindot, pero everything's new. And of course, during my flight training in our company, lahat ng flight training, hirap siya, pero fulfilling pag natapos mo is because you're actually handling 180 passengers max. So yeah, it's a bit different.